Conor here up at Montserrat in December. And what I wanted to share with you today is an idea of the need for constant renewal. I often hear from people that I meet, whether as a coach in leading Vistage, as a teacher, and they say, I'm doing fine now. I don't need a coach. I don't need a mentor. I don't need to do work. I'm doing fine now. And I think it's not okay to just be doing fine now. Our lives do not stop today, tomorrow. Our lives continue. And hopefully for you, for me, our lives are going to continue for another 50, 60, 70 years. If you take care of your health, if you look after your body, if you look after your mind, there's many years to come. And we've been given this gift of the imagination. The imagination is this power in our mind to see the future, to see possible futures, to see what could be. And it's not okay to just be okay now. As a human being, as a person gifted with a brain, as a person gifted with imagination, it's our obligation to use this mind to imagine, to picture next year. What do I need to be beginning now so that I'm not just fine now, but I'm going to be fine in a year's time. I'm going to be fine in 5 years' time. I'm going to be fine in 30 years' time. In fact, I'm going to be more than fine in 30 years' time, because by using my imagination to picture what 30 years from now could look like, what challenges I will have faced in the coming 30 years, what opportunities are going to come into my life, how I'm going to be prepared to be able to fully support the people around me, fully pursue with the skills that I'll need in future for the great opportunities that I want to be part of. So it's this imagination. And this week I gave a session for IESE alumni on campus, and I shared this concept of purposeful living. And purposeful living, one of the important things is it's not to spend every single waking hour of your mind worrying about the future, worrying about your skills. I think the right balance of using the imagination, of every week there's 168 hours. And I don't think it's the right thing to spend 168 hours every week questioning if you're doing okay, questioning what sort of future you're creating for yourself. To my mind, the right balance in a standard week is 1 hour where you stop and use your imagination. You get out of day-to-day rush, you get out of the urgent. You sit down with a pen and a paper, whatever way that helps you do structured thinking. And you imagine. You imagine, what do I want to be grateful for 12 months from today? What do I want to have achieved over the next year? If today was 2023 December, what would I be proud of having done in the preceding 12 months? And just think and write and put ideas down. The first time you put the ideas down, it's not going to be the finished version. You need to iterate. You put down a bad first draft and you iterate. But 1 hour every week where you get out of the urgent, reactive mode of living and use your mind to put yourself a year from today. Put yourself 5 years from today. Put yourself 30 years from today, and think about, what are you proud of? What are you grateful for? What have you been able to create? And this use of your mind, in a way, our body comes with survival responses. If you don't eat, you get hungry. If you don't drink, you get thirsty. If you don't sleep, you get tired. But if you don't think, if you don't imagine, there's no pain response to let you know that there's something important missing in your life. It has to be a deliberate choice on your part to decide to use your imagination. And this idea of constant renewal. It's not okay to just say, I'm okay now. You need to know that you're doing the work now, doing the preparation, so that the resources you'll need to face the challenges that are to come and to fully pursue the opportunities that are going to come into your life. You're starting to do that as well. And for me, I often say in classes, it's the homework you do that you do not have to do that makes all the difference in your life. So again, take some time as we come up to Christmas, find an hour each week to sit down with a blank sheet of paper or your previous draft of what is going to be in your life a year, 5 years, 30 years from today, and start to practice using the 30% of your brain that you can use to imagine, to picture something that is not. And to me, some of the great creations of humanity began in the mind. Las Vegas was in someone's imagination before they started laying bricks in the desert. So what are the plans that you can use your imagination to picture? Take some time, blank sheet of paper, and ask yourself, 12 months from today, 5 years from today, 20 years, 30 years from today, what's in my life? What challenges have I overcome? What opportunities have come into my life and I've been able to fully pursue? And how have I served? How have I made my life a contribution to pass something better on to the generations that are to come? So with that, have a wonderful December coming up to Christmas, coming up the end of the year. And thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, all the interaction. Keeps me inspired to keep making these videos, taking the camera out, thinking about what I'm reflecting on and putting it into words to share with each of you. Have a great one.